we're trying to have a baby. We decided in 2017 to start our family. And, we just thought it was like,
It would just happen.
you get married and you have a baby, and that's how it works. Unfortunately, it didn't work that way for us. We spent a lot of time trying, and fortunately, we were able to conceive 3 times, but they all ended in miscarriage. I feel like even once she was born and I held her, I still think to believe that I got to keep her. She's mine. I get to keep her.
Everything seemed to be perfect. Everything we had been waiting for in life, we felt like we had. Business was going great. We had the child that we had been just wanting forever. And we felt like, okay, we've made it. Let's plan the life that we wanted. And 3 weeks went by and my accident happened.
Celebrity chef and brand new father Brian Roland is recovering from critical injuries at Lee Health tonight. The owner of Crave Culinaire was crushed by an elevator Saturday night while catering a party.
For Remi, not having her father for the first couple of months. And then once I was home again, I couldn't walk on my own. I couldn't feed myself. There was so much that I had to relearn. And all I had was this dream to have Remi and then be this particular father. And here I am a couple of months after she's born, and I can't even sit upright enough to hold her, let alone be able to carry her to the crib or do any of those things.
My experiences of going to the hospital and being told that, your husband's probably not going to make it and all these things 3 weeks postpartum, I just knew in my head, I just had to keep going. I just had to put one foot in front of the other and keep moving forward. Before she was 6 months old, we would notice her eyes just not tracking exactly the same. And we brought it up to her pediatrician a few times. They're like, they really should be tracking a little bit more. They referred us to Golisano for her eye care, and we just thought it was the tracking issue. We didn't realize it was the vision on top of that. And then what we later learned was that she also has Duane syndrome.
Duane syndrome is a neurological issue that there really isn't a cure for, and even with eye surgeries, there's nothing that's supposed to really fix it.
When they told us she had to have eye surgery, you're pretty taken back, obviously, because you don't want to see your baby go through that, and the anesthesia and any complications that could happen from that. Obviously, we're already traumatized from all the surgeries that he had to go through, and he's still recovering at this point.
Talk about a miracle. I'd say probably 85% now of the tracking in both eyes is cured. Remi actually loves going to the eye doctor. She goes to the Southwest Florida Charities Eye Institute, and I'll tell you, the care there is fantastic. And now that she understands that they helped her in a lot of ways, and by going there, her vision's better. By going there, she can see things more clearly. I think she knows now in her heart that this is a place that she likes.
On May 25th, 2024, I was coming home and brewing our weekly batch of iced tea that we always do, in the jar that we've always used. And Remi was outside playing on her splash pad. And so she came inside, and I was about to pour in the hot water over the tea bags. And I said, Remi, step back a little bit. I don't want this water to splash on you. And so as she was turning around, I poured the water into the jar, and the jar just exploded over both of us. And fortunately, I had clothes on, but she did not.
It got all over Remi's head, face, neck, back, shoulders, chest, and arms. And instantly you started to see bubbling and peeling in different areas.
Going to a place where we knew no one, we didn't know our surroundings, we didn't have our friends or family to give us a hug and tell us it's gonna be okay. All we had was each other. It was just very hard to be in a place where you couldn't be surrounded by your tribe.
Also, her coming out of these surgeries, she was literally wrapped like a mummy. She had this little slit for her mouth and these little cutouts for her eyes. And I'm like trying to feed her ice cream through it just to give her a little sense of, being a kid again. And we did get to a point where we would start to take some selfies with her. And there was this one that I have that is very memorable. And the smile on Remi's face is, with all these, burns and stuff all over it too, but her smile shines right through all of it. Remi today, she's a blessing. She's the little angel. She has this kind heart. She's so loving. She's got this kind spirit and just love about her that it's infectious. And when we see that smile on her face, we can't help but smile. And we've noticed that she has that contagious effect on others too. So through everything that we've been through and realizing how many people it took to help, to everyone that's sitting in the room right now, the amount of money and time and effort that has gone into supporting this cause, every paddle is raised, everyone that has said, you know what, we want to contribute towards this great cause, they have all helped us now, personally.
To be surrounded by that kind of support is unmeasurable. These are people's lives. These are people's worst moments of their lives. And by everybody giving back, us included, can make that a tiny bit better is just amazing.